The Flood, the galaxy's most dangerous and threatening force, was supposedly killed off at the end of Halo 3, but how gone really is this hive mind of space zombies? They may be closer to reappearing than you think, as we may have just found a bone-chilling discovery, so stay tuned to find out more. There have been some subtle hints to the existence of the Flood still in the Halo universe since the events of Halo 3. In the Halo comic series Escalation, a lone Flood Sporer was caught scurrying around on what seemed to be the abandoned Spirit of Fire ship from the Halo Wars series. And keep in mind that this is a very long time before Halo Wars 2 was even announced. Now, we don't have any real reasons why the Flood Spore was there or how it got there, but one thing is for sure, the Flood is 100% still around. The Forerunners were quite a strange race of super beings. With such smart and technological successes, among having hundreds of thousands of years worth of knowledge, you would think that the Forerunners would know better than to tamper with the Flood. We know for a fact that the Forerunners chose to study the Flood on multiple facilities across the galaxy, some of which us Halo fans are very familiar with, the Halo Rings. Which leads us to one huge discovery found within the ending of the Halo 5 Guardians Legendary Cinematic. If you have not seen this ending yet, beware, spoilers are ahead, and although the legendary ending is nothing life-threatening, some of you may wish to earn seeing it, so we respect you and consider yourself warned. So, did you hear that? Right around the 20-second mark, we can hear sort of like a little gasp. During the short legendary bonus video, we are graced with a view of a Halo ring in all of its Halo glory and epicness. And also, of course, with accompanying what seems to be Cortana mimicking 343 Guilty Spark's classic humming. Once you watched a few times and the nostalgia of the past Halo games wears off a bit, you're actually able to notice a couple more things. Something that might actually put a shiver down your spine when you realize the magnitude of this short, but very impactful scene. If you turn up the volume and listen an extra closely, you will hear for a split second a shriek from what can only come from one thing many of us may agree on, a Flood form. Okay, so yes, at first it could have been anything, right? Maybe it was a Promethean or some crazy animal, or maybe a sound effect, just a simple sound effect 343 threw in there to spice up the legendary ending and the cinematic feel to the whole scene. But after you put everything together, it just seems to make so much more sense than all those other things I listed, that horrendous sound that only lasted for about a second was indeed claiming that the Flood perhaps could be on this Halo ring. After you listen and focus on the noise, go look up Flood noise videos and see for yourself. I'll play some here, and we'll see how similar the scream is to the old known Flood noises. We know that the Forerunners have kept Flood spores in the Halo rings from previous games, and we know that Cortana can now activate almost any Forerunner piece of tech, so that she may know about these new Flood spores on the ring, and may have some plan, perhaps, on using them. We'll just have to wait and see. What we can say is that there is a much greater meaning behind this legendary ending that meets the eye and the ears, I guess. The Halo lore states that the ancient precursors, pretty much the gods of the Halo universe if you will use the Flood as the last test to determine if a race is worthy of the mantle of the galaxy. The crazy thing is that the Flood are the leftovers of the precursors, misshaped and doomed to a horrible existence. Well, maybe a good one, I guess whichever perspective or side you're on. But the Foreigners were tested first and failed, and now humanity is next up in line to be tested, or perhaps maybe in this case, the AI. But I think humanity might have a problem with the Flood coming back onto the main stage once again. Can we all agree on that? Now, if the Flood is the final test and the events of Halo CE 2, Halo 3 weren't the last of the Flood, then Halo 6 may just be the last step for humanity to take over the mantle of control. The Flood have always been just a tool, right? So will we, in Halo 6, be going back to Halo's roots, with discovering a new Halo ring and whatever dark secrets this ring may have upon it? Will these secrets consist of the ancient Flood stored there for 100,000 years? This new evidence sure leads to all of that, and I don't think anyone's complaining about that either. Maybe you guys are. Except for those who, of course, are fearing the Flood. Of course. And also our writer, Ollie. What do you guys think about this? Be sure to let us know. A lot of interesting stuff to discuss. That mysterious shriek, what do you think it was? Is it the Flood? Or is me and Jacob, our writer, losing our minds? Be sure to let us know down in the comments below. Guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Be sure to drop this video a like if you did find any interest in this video, and we will catch you in the next one. Alright, peace out guys. Take care.